Hi everyone, can you see me? Hello. Okay, everyone, good morning. We have two audience here, okay? Welcome to today's our Sejarah revision class for Form 4 topics, okay? So today we have Mr. Vela. So he's a very experienced Sejarah teacher, yeah, who is going to guide you through how you can do your best revisions for this upcoming next year SPM exams, yeah, which is happening around February and also March next year. But also we have some new students who are actually just coming in to take a look how Teacher Vela actually teach Sejarah. Yeah, and that's why you are interested in Teacher Vela's Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, even Form 4 Sejarah classes, online tuition classes for next year, okay? So regardless your purpose, whether you are here to listen for the revision or you are here because you just want to witness how Teacher Vela actually is doing, how is he teaching, yeah, this Sejarah subject, I think you will be enjoying the whole sessions, okay? So if you are not getting the link, you can watch on our Facebook Live, or if you already got the link, is it that you will be in our special webinar sessions. That means you're in our Click Meeting sessions, okay? So there'll be two groups of people, one in Facebook, one in Click Meeting. There are two groups of you, okay? Regardless where you are, don't worry, you will have the full content of the whole sessions, okay? So yeah, so hi, I just want to double check whether you all are able to hear me or not. If you can hear me, can you just type 1? Yeah, just type 1 so that I know that I can hear you. Yeah. So, oh, okay, cool, good. Okay, so I can see both in Facebook and also in Click Meeting. We are seeing both of you. Yeah, both sides. Okay, good. So I'm very excited because Teacher Vela is going to share with you a lot of tips. And this is a KBSM. I saw a question just now. This is for KBSM, okay? But some of you are here because you just want to see how Teacher Vela is teaching because you are planning to join his KSSM syllabus for next year, Form 4, or even from Form 1 to Form 3 Sejarah, okay? So regardless of your purpose I mentioned, just enjoy the whole session. You see how actually Teacher Vela will give you all the tips and the study tricks, okay? So he's a very well-known Sejarah tuition teacher for the past 20 plus years. He's teaching in major tuition center, and then he is hosting few hundreds of students for each form every single year. And he's super famous in Klang Valley and KL. Yeah, so you are from Sabah, Sarawak, in Penang, in Kedah, in Perak. Welcome all of you, okay? Because Translate Educations, we are organizing all sorts of seminars, tuition classes for all students around Malaysia. Yeah, not just in Klang Valley or KL, but we are for the whole Malaysia. And as you know, some of you may be first time listening to me talking because you don't know who this guy. My name is Ari. I'm the founder of Translate Educations. I forgot to introduce myself, and I am actually gathering all the best teachers for different subjects to come to Translate Education to teach. So all the teachers that we select or even to get on board to teach on our platform, they are really the best. Okay, so I want all of you to get the opportunity to sign up for all the free trial classes for all teachers. We actually organize free trial classes for all subjects. Okay, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, all subjects, even including this one, although it's for KBSM, SPM 2020. Actually, this is also for trial. Yeah, because after this, we will be having the 3-month intensive revision Sejarah program. Yeah, for the next 3 months, starting next week all the way until 21st of February. 3 months to cover all the Form 4 topics. Yeah, Form 4 topics before you take your SPM exams. So Teacher Vela is going to give you everything that he has so that make sure that you score A+ for your Form 4 SPM. So after today's sessions, if you like his style, his trick, his hacks, everything, yeah, consider signing up for his the 3-month intensive program, yeah, the Sejarah program for the next 3 months so that you get a proper revision. And then for those who are here for KSSM syllabus, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4 for next year, don't worry, sign up for his monthly tuition, yeah? So regardless of the purpose I mentioned, KBSM ke, KSSM ke, you are welcome to watch this trial. And we also welcome you to come to our platform and get the link, experience how we are using this. It's better than Zoom and also Google Meet. We are using ClickMeeting, a webinar software to conduct our classes, okay? So come on board. You can get the link from our team and you come on board, you experience how it works in our webinar platform, okay? So without further ado, I'd like to invite Teacher Vela, okay? So I'll pass the mic to Teacher Vela, and all of you, remember, as I always say, 3P, okay? First thing, must participate. Anything that Teacher Vela asks you, please type and comment so that Teacher Vela knows what the responses, okay? Give feedbacks. Second P, be positive, okay? I know a lot of you, some are quite negative, giving back comments and all that, but we are all here to learn, okay? We are giving this for free, and we are helping everyone. So be positive, encourage each other. If someone put a negative comment, encourage the person to be positive, okay? And then the last P, which is you need to be patient because anything can happen for internet connection, okay? If anything happen, we will try to reconnect as soon as possible. We will remain in the same link, or you can just kick back, yeah? You can be able to watch the sessions, okay? So with that, let me welcome our Teacher Vela, okay? So I think Teacher Vela will turn on his video and yeah, he'll be here to share with you, okay? Welcome, Teacher Vela. So I'll see you all later.
How are you? Okay, no need to talk about myself a lot. You're facing exam, so I think better we straight away go to the topic, okay? You know what me, I'm Cikgu Vela, okay? So as Ari told you, okay, I can use both language lah. If you want me to use in English, you let me know, I can use English. Or you want me to talk in bahasa Melayu, boleh, tak ada masalah. Bahasa dua-dua bahasa saya boleh. Bahasa Cina ke bahasa Tamil pun boleh. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, so now we straight away go for the topic lah kelas ya. Okay, tujuan kita buat apa? Revision today is only for Form 4 topics ya. I don't touch on Form 5 topics yet. Cerita Form 4 sahaja. Okay, so when you see carefully class, okay, for Sejarah SPM class, remember carefully for Sejarah SPM. Okay, see carefully ya class, please. Prepare untuk exam betul-betul. Don't make mistake class. I know student every time make this mistake. Okay, see carefully ya. Sejarah kita ada 3 kertas ini. Kalau siapa tak tahu, boleh gantung diri mati pun boleh lah, tak ada masalah. So first we got paper 1. I go very fast. Ini semua kamu sudah tahu. Paper 2, ya paper 3 lah kelas. Ada 3 kertas. Kertas 1, kertas 2, kertas 3. Okay, I think you know lah all these things lah kelas. Okay, everybody knows kertas 1 is kertas berbentuk objektif. We know. Kertas 2, kertas berbentuk struktur, kertas berbentuk esei. Okay. Kertas 3, kertas berbentuk esei. And this year will be the last for paper 3. Yeah? Next year KSSM, no paper 3. Only paper 1 and paper 2 class. Okay. Now, second, kertas objektif class. How many questions will come out class? Kamu sudah tahu 40 objective question. 40 soalan kelas, 40 question. Okay, good. From where the question they'll ask? From any Form 4 topic, any Form 5 topic. Kamu sudah tahu So remember, it's not like only Form 5 will give you a good result or only Form 4 will give you a good result. But if you are smart, belajar Form 4 sahaja 10 bab, you still can score B or A. Even you belajar Form 5 saja pun boleh. Ramai yang tak tahu teknik ni, I tell you now. Okay, 40 objective question class, you get 40 marks. Okay, 40 objective question, you get 40 40 marks. Okay, the 40 marks will give you how many percent? 30%. Semua orang sudah apa? Sudah tahu lah kelas. Okay, now when come to paper 2 kelas. Kertas 2, you know already. Bahagian A, bahagian B. Ini semua orang sudah tahu lah kelas. Okay, bahagian A, bahagian B. Okay, I told you got structure, got essay. Okay, so bahagian A soalan struktur, bahagian B soalan essay. Okay, bahagian A berapa soalan kelas? 4 question. Okay, 4 question. Bahagian B how many question kelas? 7 question. So all together 11 soalan. Okay, 11 soalan. Okay, anything you don't understand or whatever you can just put okay, now see next year no paper 3 this year SPM KB SM ada. Next year baru tak ada kertas 3 for KSSM. Okay, now 4 question compulsory must answer all. So times 10 marks for every question. Kamu sudah tahu we got 40 marks here. Okay, from where they will ask the 4 question? Dari mana keluar 4 soalan? Any form 4 topic, any form 5 topic class. Any form 4 topic, any form 5 topic. Okay, form 4 got how many bab? 10 bab. Form 5 got how many bab? 9 bab. Form 4 got how many bab? 10 bab. Form 5 9 bab. Okay. Problem solved. Next. Bahagian B, 7 question. Choose 3. Pilih 3 soalan. Choose 3 question class. So 3 question times 20 marks. So you get how many marks class? 60 marks. Okay, so remember 40 campur 60 100 markah. Okay, sama dengan 50%. Equal 50%. Okay, come back to paper 3. Okay, paper 3 they can ask you any topic. Remember this one also form 4 topic, form 5 topic. 10 bab, 9 bab. Okay, boleh Okay, sini most of the time form 5 or form 4. Tapi so far untuk paper 3 dia hanya tanya form 5 sahaja. Only for the June paper. Now sejarah got June and November paper. June, those who failed the sejarah last year tak dapat sijil can sit for the exam. I think you know the June paper. Okay, June paper ada tajuk form 4 but normally form 5 topik lah. Okay, tahun ni tak tahu lagi, tajuk tak keluar. So, 1 question saja kelas. 1 question, minimum will have 1 hingga 9 bahagian kelas. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because 100 marks. Sometimes 1 hingga 8 bahagian saja. Okay, sometimes 1 to 8 or 1 to 9. That's not important kelas. Yang penting 100 marks. All together 100 marks, 20%. 100 marks, 20%. Okay. Now I ask you a simple question, class. Okay, I ask you a simple question. Okay. Which paper is important for your SPM? Which paper is important for your SPM? I just adjust my. Okay. Which paper is important for your SPM class? Okay. Most of the student throughout the country, seluruh negara, semua fokus pada kertas 2. Kelas ingat, kertas 2 50%. Kertas 1 campur kertas 3 50. So if you are telling me paper 2, sir, my teacher tell paper 2 we have to focus a lot. Don't forget the same amount of time and energy used for paper 1 and paper 3. Paper 3 belum lagi, tajuk belum keluar lagi. I know everybody answering there, everybody putting there kertas 2. I know. Today I'm advising you, don't make this mistake, please. Okay, jangan buat kesilapan. Your life going to start from SPM. Then you are going to go college lah, university lah, ini mantap lah, macam-macam nanti luar. Master PhD, don't make mistake, please. You do one mistake, you are going to suffer in your life, I'm telling you. Okay, UPSR, PT3, I don't care. You can continue. But after SPM careful lah. Okay, ingat. Kelas ramai yang tak tahu. If I ask you a simple question, see here. 40 marks is 30%. Anybody can tell me 1 mark is how many percentage? Anybody? Anybody? Very easy, isn't it? 0.75%. 0.75%. Okay. Anybody can tell me 1 mark for paper 2 is how many percent? 1 mark for paper 2, how many percent? 0.5%. Okay. Anybody can tell me how many percent for 1 mark? 1 mark is equals to 0.2%. 0.2%. Okay. Anybody can tell me the percentage, which percentage is the highest? Class, for 1 mark, which percentage is the highest? Kertas 1. Very good. Some sudah cari apa? Cari formula. Remember, even I plus this one and this one for 1 mark, it's only 0.7%. This is 0.75%. So remember class, if I put like this, I think you know better. Paper 1, 2, and 3, yeah? Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, yeah? If you get 1 correct for objective, you get 1 mark, you can get 0.75%. If you get 1 fakta correct for your paper 2, you get 0.5%. If you get 1 mark for paper 3, 1 fakta betul, you get 1 mark, you get 0.2. Class, if you get 4, this is 1. If you get 4 question correct, berapa? 3%. Here, 2%. Here, 0.8%. Can you see? Let's say you got 8 betul. 6%. 4%. 8 times 3, 24. 2.4%. Can you see? If you get 12 correct, 9%. 6%. 12 times 3, 36. 3.6%. Class, did you notice something here? 1% different, 2% different, 3% different. So you know something, the more you get correct for your objective, your percentage will go up faster. Every 4 objective question you dapat betul, 1% go up, 1% go up, 1% go up. But you got only 40 objective question. So make sure this is the mistake done by most of the students. Okay, because for the past 20 over years, I traveled throughout the country. Negeri yang saya belum pernah pergi Perlis sajalah. Sabah, Sarawak, Kedah, Kelantan, Terengganu, everywhere I went. 20 years, I got fed up. Now I don't do seminars outside lah. Okay, my student is enough already. So you can see you can see now. Hey class, objective no pen. Pen is expensive now. No need what? Only pencil. Only read question, answer is there. You just have to choose the correct answer. Tandakan, bulatkan, hitam. Satu kotak yang paling kecil di dunia. Bukan dia buat satu kotak besar, ni suruh you warnakan dalam tu. Tak ada. Sikit saja, isn't it? Straight away you get what? 0.75%. Paper 2, you have to write. Somebody must mark. And that fellow must understand your writing. And then that fellow must think is logic. Ada betul, bagi. Baru dapat 1 markah. That 1 markah also will give you 0.5%. So can you see class? Don't make this mistake, class. Don't make this mistake. The more you get for paper 1, the easier to get good result. Because the percentage will go up. Every 4 question betul, 1% increase. 4 question betul, 1% increase. Compared to paper 2. Paper 3 paling slow. You get 9% here, sini baru 3% saja. Very slow. But paper 3 very easy. Question will be given. You just have to what? Tiru saja, semua sudah bagi. That's why they give you what? Lower. You combine these two also, you can see 2.8% sudah 3. 6.4% saja kelas. Sini sudah apa? 6%. So you can see that class. That's why I always tell students, don't make this mistake. Okay, now I will guide you one by one. Okay, so first, how to prepare for this, then I come here. This one no need first because tajuk belum keluar, tak payah cerita. Okay? So far any problem class? So far any problem? So far any problem? No? Okay, good. Thank you. So saya padam dulu And one more thing class, one more thing I forget to tell you just now. 40 sini form 4, sini form 5. When you see carefully class, when you see carefully, everywhere they put form 4. Paper 1 got half form 4. Paper 2 half form 4 structure. Paper 3 half form 4. Sini pun boleh form 4, boleh form 5. So, if student come tell me, sir, I only want study one bahagian, cannot. Unless you tell me, sir, if I study only form 4, can I get very good mark? Can. How? How? Very simple. I tell you Okay, rahsia. See Hari ini kita bongkar lah semua rahsia lah. Because this year the syllabus is last. I want to keep all the rahsia for what? Just give you all whatever I have. Okay, first, very simple. Objective class paper 1. If let's say you only do form 4, how many questions will come out? Only do form 4 saja. Normally from 40 question, 20 to 22 question form 4, another 18 to 20, sometimes 20 or 21 form 5. Normally form 4 one or question lebih lah. Never mind. 20 question. You betul. 20 times 0.75 berapa? 20 times 0. What? Berapa? Okay, almost 15. 15% lah kelas. Okay, 15%. You will get 15%. Okay, your paper 2 class. Only form 4. Only form 4. Dua struktur tak boleh jawab. Class form 4, how many marks? 10 marks. 2 question, 20 marks. 20 marks, how many percent? 20%. So for structure, maximum you can get 20%. Okay, you can get 20%. Okay, tengok essay. How many questions you can do? Class, how many questions will come out? 7 questions will come out for SPM. Okay, from the 7, anybody can tell me, form 4, how many questions will come out? Minimum. Minimum. Form 4. 7 question. Form 4 mesti berapa? 3, 4. Sometimes sini 4, sini 3. Okay, we don't take that risk. 3 mesti ada. How many questions you need to answer for SPM class? Berapa soalan kamu kena jawab untuk SPM essay? 3. Can you choose all the 3 from form 4? Yes. If you choose 3 questions, 60 marks. Kalau 60 marks, 30%. 30%. Betul? Betul? Okay. Paper 3. Class, you tell me secara jujur lah. Secara jujur, normally your paper 3, consider you tiru lah semua, you tiru salin saja kan. Normally you will get how many percent? You tell me. Jujur. Don't cheat. Jujur. I don't want to give, I will give higher lah. Some don't know. Anybody? Normally paper 3, how many marks you will get class? Logic. Jujur, jujur, tell me. Mostly 100 marks, 20%, 18%, okay. Paling teruk lah. Paling teruk pun 17% adalah. Okay, 17% lah guys. Paling teruk. Ada pelajar kata cikgu 17 susah. Discount lagi lah, kasih discount lah. Mau Christmas lah, I give you discount lah. No need to talk much lah. 15% confirm you will get lah. That one for sure. Okay, now you are good in maths. 15, 20, 30, 15. Berapa? %80. Anybody can tell me, is this A? Is this A? Yes. You only study Form 4, you can get A. 9 chapter in Form 5, you can throw. Sir, can I do the same thing for Form 5? I study only Form 5 topic. Can. But Form 5, only 9 bab kena belajar. Oh, itu lagi bagus. But remember, what is the difference Form 4 and Form 5? Form 5 topics is a bit difficult. You know lah, tamadun Islam, Eropah dan sebagainya, a bit difficult for student. Because Form 4 biasa honeymoon. After Form 4, you know lah, no honey, only got moon, only every time open the window, see, you look like the future bright lah, but you know lah, okay? So, dia ingat senang. Tapi ingat, tajuk susah, question easier. Even the KBAT question for Form 4 is easier. But Form 5 topics all about Malaysia, and the question is tough. That's why I will always advise students, focus on Form 4 more. Okay? This one, the revision class, I request. Okay, when Harry asked me, I said, if one, I do only Form 4. Because I know how important is Form 4 and students are weak in Form 4 bahagian lah class. See, some students say, sir, I won't get full marks lah class. Ayo, ini confirm can get. Ini confirm can get. From 50%, if you can get 30% also, 30 plus 30 already get 60. Paling teruk pun boleh dapat apa? B or C lah. Okay, paling teruk C lah. And I don't know how people can fail sejarah. Impossible. From 19 chapter, belajar 10 hingga 9 bab saja, boleh dapat A. Oh lama. Some student feel, yo sir, why you never tell me earlier? Habis lah ni macam. Okay, now I will guide you one by one. Just listen to me. If you trust me, listen and just follow. Okay, I'm not stingy of giving my knowledge. Okay, so I will tell you what to do. Okay, remember, for your paper 1, I go one by one. Today, whatever important things I will give you la class. I don't know you are from where, some from Sabah or Sarawak. Okay, so tak tahulah, tak apa. Di mana saja kamu, saya akan kongsi ilmu, tak apa. No problem lah class. Later, you just inform your friends. Okay. The question I'll share later. Okay, now class C for paper 1. What you have to do for paper 1 class, remember. First thing, you must finish. I don't know what you do lah. You must finish all the objective questions from 2004 until 2020 June paper. Class altogether got 23 times exam. So 23 times 40 question. 40 question times 23. 0, 12, 0, 8, 920 question. Must finish. You know why? I tell you, from 920 question, I can bet and tell you, minimum 30 to 35 or 36 question will repeat word by word. Class, whatever I talk to you, I will prove later. I don't simply talk, okay, my student know about that. I don't simply talk. Saya ada bukti, saya cerita. Tak ada bukti, saya tak mau cerita. Okay? 30 hingga 35 soalan mesti akan keluar bulat-bulat. Kalau keluar 30 soalan, 30 times 0.75%, kamu sudah dapat lebih kurang 22.5%. Almost 23%. Kalau sudah dapat 23, paper 3 dapat 17, 40% confirm. Tak payah sentuh kertas 2, sudah lulus sejarah. Life safe. That's all. This is not BM. This is sejarah. Okay, we want the student to love the country and the history. That's why dia bagi banyak kelonggaran. Okay, so careful careful Boleh, you can see? Okay, come I show you how Then sudah so where to get the 2004 until 2020 June 920. Sifu ada. Jangan takut. Don't worry. Even student will tell. So kalau soalan apa, if you say 30 question never come out, I will botakkan my kepala lah, senang. Very good. Rambut pun tak banyak, ada lagi sikit kan. Boleh lah. Okay, now see, I tell you the formula lah, very simple. Objective question, read the question class. Remember, I know some smart parents, ada ibu bapa yang kaya, beli buku, buat, never teach you how to do. They want you to do question. Class, don't do that, please. Jangan buat kesilapan. Tengok sini. Bila you baca soalan, ramai yang ada satu masalah saja. Cikgu, saya tak faham soalan. Jangan bimbang. Bukan you. Seluruh dunia pun kadang-kadang tak faham. Tak apa. Just see the answer. Your formula is only one. Seluruh dunia untuk objektif ada satu formula. Tembak. Tak ada formula lain. Unless you know the answer. You tembak B. Salah. Once salah, you will tell your brain, I know lah, this question is difficult. Okay. Hopefully the question don't come out for SPM. Okay. Class, any negative things you put inside your brain will remember the question for very long. You don't believe me? When you open your exam paper, your brain and your eye will tell, hey, I've seen this question before. Ini soalan pernah keluar last exam. Last year exam ada keluar. This gambar aja kok in the textbook. All these things you know. But you don't know what is the correct answer, that's all. Correct? Correct? See? Science also say most of the subject objective macam ni lah class. Because you are putting negative things. I know about student. Negative things easy to remember because you are youngsters. It's like that. When people tell anything negative, yes, what? Anything positive, nilai-nilai murni dalam moral, hafal semua. Ayo, kasih sayang lah, inilah tanggung jawab. If they put what? Nilai negative class, merompak, mencuri, macam tu, easy to remember. Because our brain works that way. So now you know already how these things work. Okay, now class, bila sudah salah, you see. Second time, same question, come on lah. Oh sir, I know, B is wrong. Oh, very good, I know B is wrong. So tembak lagi sekali, C. Another mistake. Let's say salah. I know already, the last time also I told this question not important. Kali ketiga jumpa lagi soalan ni. Your brain will tell, sir, I know B and C is what? B and C is wrong. So I tembak D. Nasib tak baik salah. Lagi sekali kelas. Lagi sekali. A, B, C, D. Tembak. Oh, sudah betul. Yes. Akhirnya berjayalah. I ask you one simple question. Berapa kali the same question will repeat 4 times for you to get correct? You think all the exam question going to repeat 4 times and the 4th time confirm you will get correct? Class, see here. Tengok betul-betul. Problem with the student when they don't understand, they just leave. Ini bukan cara belajar. If maths and accounts, bagus. Baca, tak tahu buat, you know what they will tell? Something wrong with the question. Bukan dia tak tahu buat, something wrong with the question. Some even lagi smart, they don't know how to do. They go and see the teacher. Cikgu, ini soalan yang tak ada jawapan. Mana boleh? Ada. Cikgu, tak ada cikgu. Mari sini. That can get answer. Is it? Thank you, teacher. Wah, cikgu sudah buat untuk saya. Baguslah cikgu. You see? That's how they will treat the teachers lah. So now you know already, yeah? So now what I'm trying to tell you, don't blame others. Don't blame, I don't know, no. You have to, for the next 2 months, please change your attitude a bit. Okay? So now see, solve all your problem here. Okay? Sejarah got only a few formula untuk objektif. Number 1. Question will become answer. Answer will become question. Later I'll prove to you, 1. Number 2. Jumble. Answer B will go to C. Answer A will go to D. C will go to B. D will go to A. They jumble the answers. This C will go to D. This D will go to A. Ini bodoh. Setiap kali tanda jawapan yang sama saja. Cikgu, macam ni bila saya boleh dapat betul? Forever akan salah. Sampai dunia kiamat dia mesti salah habis cerita. One more, they will maintain the same answer. Sometimes they will change a new word, satu perkataan baru. Contoh, bagaimanakah kerajaan Angkor memajukan aktiviti pertanian? Okay, first time answer, pembinaan bahari. Second time answer, sistem pengairan tersusun. Third time answer, takungan air. Fourth time answer and question change. Pembinaan sistem pengairan memberi kesan yang mendalam dalam aktiviti pertanian kerajaan Angkor. Apa aktiviti? Keperluan beras negara meningkat. See, question become answer, answer become question. They put the system pengairan on top. Bila pengairan bagus, pertanian maju. So padi, beras. See? So they change the word. Macam contoh, bagaimana syarikat-syarikat Eropah menguasai apa? Lombong biji timah. Oh, my teacher tell already. So, penggunaan kapal korek. Oh, kapal korek, there's the answer. But second time, you know what they do? Penggunaan teknologi modern. First answer, no answer kapal korek. What do you do? Korek hidung lah. Apa you buat lagi? Itu saja. So now you know already, yeah? Careful the class, they will change the answer. New answer, but some new answer is correct one. Some new answer you read, last time jawapan ni tak ada lah. This time ada. Yes, that one also wrong answer lah. Kalau last time tak ada, maksudnya jawapan tu tak ada lah, not correct one. Oh, last time tak ada, now ada in objective. Oh, ini mungkin baru. That's why to get 40 over 40 is not easy for objective. Remember, 40 over 40 is not easy. 35, 36, 38 still okay. 40 over 40 okay. My formula very simple. Read the question, class. Careful, follow this formula after this. I want you to finish all the objective question. Read the question. Tak faham, never mind. Read the answer. Sir, question tak faham. Read lah, why you worry? Sudah baca? Tak tahu, tembak. Sudah dapat salah, okay. Then, answer is A, tandakan A. Next, baca jawapan betul. So I want you to know a few things. Number one, you read the question, you don't understand, but you know what is the question. Number two, you read all the answers, you know all the answers, and you know B is wrong. And when you know A is right, you know these three is wrong. Even later they jumble the answer, they put A, or they put here A again, you still can get correct. But this formula won't work when you do 1-2 question. We are talking about 920 questions. I will prove one by one after this. Okay? Don't get shocked. Boleh faham? Boleh? So, roughly objective. I'm worried about smart student. Smart student always make this mistake, class. Okay? Smart student always make this mistake. Tahu apa mistake dia? Buat 10 set. The father tell, must do a lot of questions to get correct and objective. Smart student, 36, 38, 35, 40, 39, selalu 35 above only lah. Okay, only 35 above lah class. Okay. I reduce. Panas. Okay, so now you know already, yeah? Okay, this sudah buat. Let's say all together 400 question dia buat. Okay, dia sudah dapat 360 betul lah. Oh. The teacher tell very good, the father tell very good. Dia sendiri tahu, I'm smart lah, always 35 above. Don't forget, 5 question don't know answer. 2 question don't know answer. 5 question don't know answer. 0. 1 question don't know answer. Class, this one also increasing until 40 question don't know answer. Out of 400 is nothing. But if this 40 question come out for your SPM, confirm bungkus. You agree? You agree? Yes. Cikgu tak mungkin 40 akan ulang. Okey lah. 10 soalan ulang lah. 10 soalan dari sini keluar. Sir, I get 30 over 40 for my SPM. Then why you are doing so many questions last time class? Last time all above 35, above 35, above 35. SPM become 30. Stupid or not? Suppose when you do more question, in SPM you must get higher than this. But you're getting lower. That's why some smart student getting result teruk. Don't know how to prepare for exam. Sudah tahu sekarang? So remember, I don't care about this 36 because itu 36 kamu sudah tahu jawapan betul dia. Yang kamu tak tahu apa? 5 soalan. So for 5 question, bulatkan apa jawapan betul, baca soalan, baca jawapan betul dia. Before you proceed with the second set. Make sure if any of these 40 question, sorry, 4, mathematics so weak, you see. Okay? Any of these 40 question repeat again when you get wrong, tak guna you belajar, senang. Now you know already? So remember, every set, I don't want you to do actually 900 question. Students say, so 900 question. Actually, you know how many question? Less than 300 question only. Why? So many question repeats. So the repeat question I don't count at 2 question, 3 question, 4 question. Tamadun Indus saja keluar 11 kali soalan. Can I count 11 question? Same question, only one lah, I count 1. That's why 920 I didak kan. 300 soalan lebih sajalah kelas. Yang lain semua ulang. Okay? Any problem for paper 1 class? I'm going to prove to you now about paper 1. Any bagian? Anything you don't understand class for paper 1? Good student, bad student, average student, jangan, I know lah. Some good student will tell, sir, I'm smart lah. My teacher tell you, don't need to study for very long. Okay, good. Bad student, pergi baca buku. No need. Today I'm telling you, don't read books. I'll tell you what to do for exam. I'll guide you nicely. See ya, very simple. You get 35 correct over 40. Another student get 25 over 40. Another student get 5 over 40. Everybody will tell the student smart. Okay. Mungkin dia belajar form 4 and form 5. Okay. 5 soalan tak tahu jawapan. Find the correct answer. Read the question, read the correct answer. Finish. Dalam 5 minit, 3 hingga 5 minit, dia punya problem sudah solve. Why? Pasal dia belajar dari form 4. So sekarang dia punya kerja ringan sikit. Ini form 4 ada belajar sikit-sikit. Masuk form 5 baru rajin sikit. That's why dapat 25. 15 soalan tak tahu jawapan. Lebih kurang 10 minit hingga 12 hingga 15 minit kamu perlukan untuk settle. Ini dia tak tahu apa tu form 4. Dia tahu form 5 saja. Dia sudah form 5. This year SPM you must study hard. Last year form 4, after form 3, I'm very tired, so I take leave for 1 year lah. I just come to school, don't know why I come, what I study, I don't know anything. Ada orang macam ni, form 4 dia tak tahu lah, something missing in his life. Form 4, which teacher teaching what, don't know. Who is your friend next to you, don't know. Anything. Kalau form 4 dia blur, honeymoon lah. Okay? So sekarang 35 question, don't know the answer. So you need at least 30 minutes to 35 minutes to settle. Class, you use the same question to study. Don't tell me you lemah, you pergi baca buku. No. Because you pandai ke bodoh ke, paling pandai ke, paling bodoh ke, everyone going to sit for the same paper. So use the same paper to study. Dia kena belajar lebih masa. Bukan belajar lebih. Gunakan masa lebih, solve the 35 question problem. So next time kalau ulang, tak boleh dapat salah. Ini solve. Ini pelajar pandai, okay, you save time. Use the time for paper 2. I tell you what to do. Boleh? Boleh? So don't feel that cikgu saya sangat lemah. That one all I don't believe. Everybody's brain is same. Only thing how you train your brain, how you use your brain. That's all. So jangan bagi saya alasan semua lah kelas. Okay? So settle. Come, I tell you for paper 1. Okay? I think they already give you one set of questions. Did you all receive a set of question class for bab 1 form 4? Yes? Okay, come. Okay, I show you how it works. Whatever I talk to you, I share screen first. Okay, can you see the question, class? Can you see the question? Okay, soalan nombor 2, kelas. Okay, soalan nombor 2. Okay, nombor 1 belum ulang lagi ya. So, you must write down on a piece of paper. Number 1, not yet repeat. Number 2 sekarang akan ulang. Okay, baca soalan betul-betul. Class, always remember. First time if you don't understand the question is okay. Actually, it's good. Why? Sumeria, Tuhan atau wakil Tuhan. Mesir, jelmaan Tuhan, anak Tuhan matahari, Amon-Re, Wang Ho Mandat. Apakah yang dapat dirumuskan? Raja penentu bencana alam? No. Raja memiliki kuasa mutlak. Raja berkuasa atas kehendak Tuhan. Raja perlu mendapat sokongan bangsawan. So what is the answer, class? 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3 lah, class. Okay, 2 dan 3 lah, class. Okay, so now ini sudah baca semua jawapan teknik yang saya bagi tahu, you sudah nampak. Okay, I go for question number 45, 2020 June. Now you tell me what is the answer. What is the answer? Can you see? 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Raja memiliki kuasa mutlak. Dalam pemerintahan, raja menganggap rakyat menganggap raja memiliki kuasa luar biasa. Did you notice something? For the second question, you never read the question. You straight away look for the answer. Is it true? Yes. That's how the system works. When the first question, you already know the correct answer. For the second question, your brain will look at the correct answer. Okay, we go next. Look at question number 6. So, number 4, number 3 belum ulang lagi. Number 1 belum ulang lagi. Number 3 belum ulang lagi. Number 4 belum ulang lagi. Number 5 belum ulang lagi. Number 6 ulang. Okay, so you must know, I do one set first, later the other set all I will discuss in the class later. Okay, tell me what is the answer. So I don't know the answer. Never mind. I teach you the answer for the first time. Indus menerima pengaruh dari Mesir dan pengaruh dari Mesopotamia. Pengaruh dari luar membina bandar terancang. Anybody, what is the answer? What is the answer? Okay, I cannot see the students comment this side. Never mind, because first time I'm using Click Meeting, so I'm not that well versed. Okay, never mind. I'll discuss first. Later I will come to. Because saya takut nanti tengah-tengah tekan mana-mana ada problem ke apa susah. Okay, nah tengok ya. Answer, I tell you. Pembinaan bandar terancang. See ya, dia terima pengaruh dari luar. Pengaruh apa? Pengaruh geometri, ilmu geometri dari Mesir dan Mesopotamia. Because pedagang Indus pernah belayar sampai ke Mesopotamia, dia jumpa zigurat dekat sana. How they build zigurat and all this thing. Pergi Mesir jumpa piramid. But come here, they are creative. They don't do the same thing. They do bandar terancang. Okay, look at question number 13. Soalan 13. Can you tell me what is the answer? Sudah 3 kali ulang soalan yang sama. Tadi sekali, sekarang 2 kali. Perkembangan yang pesat dalam perancangan bandar berlaku sekitar tahun 2000 dalam Tamadun Indus. Apakah faktor yang mendorong perkembangan? Anybody? Okay, A. Never mind, I give you the answer this time. A. Good. Next. Apakah kesan pengamalan sifat terbuka, kelas? Sifat terbuka. Open view. You take idea from outside. You exchange. So, answer. Answer. Very good. Pertukaran teknologi, kelas. Pertukaran teknologi. Okay, next. Question 20. 4 kali Indus sudah keluar. Tamadun Indus, 2 bandar. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa. Apakah keistimewaan? Very good. Pembinaan secara terancang. Pembinaan secara terancang. Okay, very good. Next. 22. Tengok sudah berapa kali keluar soalan Indus 2014. Mohenjo-daro Harappa adalah bandar terancang terawal di dunia. Mengapakah masyarakat Indus berjaya membina bandar terancang? Answer. They never put Mesopotamia and Mesir. They put pertembungan dengan tamadun luar. So what is answer? Donkey. Very good. Okay, 23, 15 June. Mesopotamia, Mesir, same question. Answer. Donkey. Very good. Next. 26. Masyarakat Indus berjaya membina bandar terancang. Kemampuan masyarakat membina bandar adalah disebabkan sikap terbuka. Can or not? Yes. Pertembungan dengan budaya luar. Yes. 1 and 2. Very good. They change the question into multi-choice answers. Okay, next. Mohenjo-daro Harappa. Kelas, sudah berapa kali soalan ni keluar? You tengoklah kelas. What is answer? Very good. B-boy. You know something? You are not reading the question at all. You punya mata tengok jawapan betul saja. How come now you can just pick the correct answer? Why? That's your power of your brain and your eye. One time you tell the correct answer, they will look for the answer. You won't read the question. I know, maybe you are in Sabah and Sarawak, I don't know. But you are not reading the question now. You are only looking at the answer. I can tell you. Okay, tengok soalan 33. Tell me what is the answer. Very good. Bidang geometri yang maju. Very good. 39. 39. Mohenjo-daro Harappa. Sangkut. Cikgu, tak ada jawapan lah. Bandar terancang semua tak ada. Who control tamadun Indus? The Sami monk. So monk, I told you all earlier when I teach, I will tell every morning mereka mesti apa? Pergi mandi dulu. Mandi dekat mana? Kolam mandi. See how smart they change the question a bit. So answer A. Never mind, you said, sir, I don't know. Never mind, I tell you the answer A. Next time repeat, you know, eh? Okay. Next, ada lagi ulang. Oh my God, ulang lagi 2019 Jun. Answer. Oh, sir, I know already lah. C. Good, very good. Tak payah baca soalan. Next, 2019, last year also keluar. Mesopotamia, Mesir Purba. 11 times soalan ni sudah keluar lah kelas. If still you get wrong lah, finish lah. Answer. Kemajuan perancangan bandar. Very good. Okay, question 42 eh. Okay, now class, next. We go for question number 7. So you know already lah kelas eh. Kamu sudah tahu sekarang. Tadi soalan mana sudah ulang? Soalan nombor 2 sudah ulang. Soalan nombor 6 Indus sudah ulang 11 kali. Sekarang soalan 7 ulang. Soalan 7. You don't know. Tulang oracle. Sir, I don't know the answer. First time it's okay. Read all the answer. Read ready. I tell you the answer. Pengenalan sistem tulisan. Okay. Next. Tengok soalan nombor 21. Tell me what is the answer. Class, what is the answer? Okay. Very good. A. Okay, very good. A is the answer. Okay, good. Next. Question number 8. 7, repeat 8. Antara berikut yang manakah sumbangan tamadun Mesir Purba? First time don't know answer, I give you. Kolar kuda, wrong. Pedati beroda, wrong. Sistem kalender, yes. Tulisan hieroglif, yes. 3 and 4, C. Next, question 14, 2010. Anybody can tell me tamadun Mesir? What is the answer? Very good. Again, you never read the question. Good. A. Next, repeat again. Tulisan hieroglif, tamadun mana? Ayo, ni apa ni? Ini macam budak kecil lah sekarang. Answer. Boy, very good. Next, another question. Question 9. Oh, sir, I don't know this answer. Never mind, I give you first time. Andaikan Anda seorang pembesar pada zaman dinasti Chao di China. Apakah yang Anda lakukan untuk membuktikan kesetiaan Anda kepada raja? Melindungi raja? Yes. Menyerahkan ufti? No. Melafazkan taat setia? Yes. Memberi bantuan tentera? Yes. 3 answer. Next, question 24. You tell me the answer, class. Very fast, because you don't read the question anymore. Nowadays, you are pro lah. Sekarang student semua sudah pro lah. Tak payah baca soalan. Sir, I see the answer, I know already. Oh, ini baru satu bab lah. Ada 18 bab lagi ya, jangan lupa. Don't over excited, enjoy. Wah, sir, happy lah. Ini baru lebih kurang 40 lebih soalan. Still got 800 plus question. Wait, So, answer D. Very good. Next. Question 11. Apakah kepentingan kandungan Art of War Sun Tzu pada hari ini? Class Art of War, remember they can turn the question because in my objective book, I got another objective book 1200 question, I change the question. Art of War digunakan untuk apa dulu? Strategi peperangan. That question belum keluar lagi ya. Ini ditanya hari ini. Answer. Mengatur strategi perniagaan. That's why for Chinese, when they do business, business is war. You cannot go and tell your father or grandfather, give me some money, I want to do business. But I try first this business. Your father will ask what knowledge you have. Don't know. My friend asked me to do, father will go to hell. Because business like going for war. You fail, you die. Because Sun Tzu always will tell like that. War means you must prepare everything. Weapon, peluru, everything must prepare, then only go, mesti menang. Ini perang pergi relax, senjata musuh datang, I forget my weapon don't know, my peluru all missing, wait I go and bungkus lah. So remember, 38, I put the year wrongly, it's not 2108, not 2100, it's 2018, I wrongly put that. Okay, answer, perniagaan, rahsia kejayaan perniagaan. Okay, next. Dalam karya Mukadimah, question 12, Ibnu Khaldun menekankan ciri kehidupan bandar. Kelas Ibnu Khaldun, Barat atau Islam? Islam. When I say Islam, you must know. Islam ada dua. Apa? Rohania, Lahiria. One is L, Lahiria, campur Rohania. Kalau Barat apa? Lahiria. Okay, so what is Lahiria, class? What is Lahiria? Lahiria means external, outside. Rohania, inside. Okay, external and inside. Okay, this is Rohani, this is Jasmani. Jasmani is outside. Okay, outside. That's why orang Barat, Jasmani is important. Rohani, they don't care about their attitude. Okay, that's why Jasmani. Jasmani, not this Jasmani, this is Jasmani. This is Rohani. This is Rohani. So remember. Okay, now you know already. What is answer? Kehidupan bandar. Kalau orang Islam, which one is important, class? Orang Islam. Rohani is important, inside. Ketinggian moral. Ketinggian moral. Okay, D, very good. Next, tengok soalan 25. Bagaimana ciri kehidupan bandar yang bertamadun menurut pandangan cendekiawan Islam? Moral, best moral. Cikgu, no answer for moral. Tata susila. Okay, ketinggian tata susila. What is tata susila? Oh, susila punya tata. No. Okay, that is for Indian. If anybody got susila, dia tata. No. Tata susila means what? Moral lah. Wait. Okay, next. Menurut pandangan Islam, si Islam, konsep tamadun memberi penekanan kepada pembangunan unsur-unsur tertentu. I already told you, very simple answer, class. Very good. C, Lahiria campur Rohania. Next, konsep tamadun dari sudut pandangan Islam. Pandangan Islam. That's why every time students see, so every time they ask Islam, one time they ask Barat, student get wrong. They going tandakan answer what? Moral or tata susila. Barat is what? Bandar. Alamak. So answer 35. Question 35. Rohania. Ketinggian tata susila. Okay, ketinggian tata susila, kelas D donkey. Very good. 4 kali soalan ini sudah keluar. Next. Keluar lagi sekali 2020 June. What is the answer? A. Again, I'm telling you, dia bagi satu kota ini itu semua you tak baca apa pun. Tengok tata susila, okay, susila sudah mari, dia main tata sudah mari. Problem solved. Tengok next. Setiap negara kota. Question 16 question 16. See, I'm going a bit faster because I must explain about paper 2. I know some student not used to my teaching ke apa kan. Okay, because your exam in 2 months lah kelas. Kalau ada masa 6 bulan different. Now time limited. So I must go a bit fast so that I can give a lot. Because it's a free class, saya tak mau apa stingy. I give whatever have, at least you can kaji lepas ni, you can sit for exam. Okay, setiap negara kota Tamadun Mesir mempunyai pintu gerbang yang pelbagai bentuk. Apa kepentingan pintu gerbang? I give you answer, lambang kekayaan. Okay, question 30. What is the answer? Question 30. What is the answer? Kekayaan. Next. Ini soalan-soalan yang belum ulang. So now I already proved to you how many question repeat. How many question repeat from the 44 question? 15 soalan belum ulang, baki 30 lebih soalan ulang. I got all the calculation. Myself objective. That's why people call me Sifu. People call me Sifu because of that. Like you come to Klang Valley in KL, Klang everywhere. You tell Sifu, they know lah. Okay, why? Because I calculate everything, I keep everything, I know. Okay, so answer. Apakah faktor yang membawa keruntuhan tamadun Mesopotamia? I give you answer. Soalan ini belum ulang A. Penguasaan Parsi, Persian. Okay, next. Mengapakah kod undang-undang Hammurabi penting kepada masyarakat kelas? Kod undang-undang Hammurabi. Don't know. Never mind. Mengukuhkan organisasi masyarakat. Answer is C. Okay, answer is C. Class, remember, when you do the past year question, if you follow the book, government never come out with answer for objective, remember. Ini jawapan yang diberikan oleh guru. Sometimes they'll have conflict 1 or 2, no. Okay, so if you got any ragu-ragu, please refer your teacher. Your school teacher, we all normally will use textbook. And we will give you those. Jangan buku bagi jawapan, you don't believe 100%. Because some of the book authors are not school teachers. So they don't know the exact answer. Sometimes answer dia keliru. So careful, if you ragu-ragu saja, careful lah. Okay, this is a warning lah. Okay, soalan 1 belum ulang. Soalan 3 belum ulang. Soalan 4. Pada tahun 1922, pengkaji Mesir Howard Carter menemui mayat Tutankhamun. Apakah kesimpulan? Don't know. Read all the answer. You tembak. If you don't know, I give you answer now. Konsep kehidupan selepas mati. Life after death. B. Okay, next soalan 5. Masyarakat Indus telah menjalankan hubungan perdagangan dengan masyarakat Mesopotamia. Ini pun Indus question, but not direct. So what is the answer? Cap Mohor. Cap Mohor. It's a new question about Indus. Okay, next. Soalan 10. Mengapakah sistem penggiliran tanah atau sistem penanaman bergilir dinasti Tang di China? Mengapa mengekalkan kesuburan tanah? Answer is B, boy. Answer is B, boy. Next, apakah sumbangan Imhotep? Imhotep bina piramid under the king of Djoser. Okay, Firaun Djoser. Answer A, teknik pembinaan bangunan. Ini semua yang belum ulang lagi ya, belum ulang ya. Okay, next. Okay, next. Kod undang-undang Hammurabi. Apa prinsip undang-undang? Question 18. Answer C, berteraskan hak rakyat terhadap keadilan. Berteraskan hak rakyat terhadap keadilan. Okay, next. Sistem pemerintahan di Mesopotamia kelas. Raja juga menjadi ketua agama. If the king involved in agama, we call it theocracy. Remember, demokrasi confirm salah. Aristokrasi maksudnya raja berkuasa mutlak. So remember, theocracy. Theocracy. Okay? Next time they will change the answer. Raja juga menjadi ketua agama. See, same meaning, you know. They will change the answer sometimes. Careful. Zigurat. Zigurat untuk tujuan agama. We know already. Answer. Answer. Menjalankan upacara keagamaan. Donkey. Okay, upacara keagamaan. Donkey. Next. What is Tamadun X? What is Tamadun Y? tamadun X, Mesir. Tamadun Y, Wang Ho. Mesir, Wang Ho. Answer B, boy. But this one 2 question, dua soalan. 32. Apakah nama sungai tamadun X? What is X? Mesir, Sungai Nil. Wang Ho, Sungai Wang Ho. Where is Nil? Where is Sungai Wang Ho? Cikgu, Sungai Wang Ho tak ada. Huang means kuning. Sungai Wang Ho, Sungai Kuning lah. So C, Sungai Nil and Sungai Kuning. Solve problem. 32. Next, 34. Apakah ciri-ciri tamadun? Ada 6 ciri. So simple, ayo. Pertempatan kekal bahasa, agama, perguruan sistem pemerintahan, kehidupan berorganisasi atau struktur sosial. Struktur sosial. Okay, next. Question nampak sama. Tadi ada soalan macam ni tahu, tapi answer dia cik. Mengapakah tamadun tertumpu di lembah sungai? Tanah yang subur. Question 36. Question 36. Tanah subur memudahkan perhubungan. 1 and 4. 41. Menurut pandangan barat, this question a lot of student make mistake. Because they think, oh cikgu kata tata susila, habis. Konsep barat, first time dia tanya, careful. Answer, bandar. Bandar. Moral, kesopanan, tata susila, all what? Rohania. Okay, bukan lahiriah. Lahiriah you build, town. A lot of students get wrong for 19 June. Next. Berikut adalah Tuhan yang disembah oleh masyarakat Mesir Purba. Ri, Amun, Ri, Atum. Apakah rumusan kelas? Apakah rumusan? Mempercayai unsur alam. Because Tuhan angin, Tuhan matahari. Okay? Ini semua alam, unsur alam, nature. Di donkey. That's all class. Okay, that's all. Okay? Okay, now can you see class? Okay, are you okay? So, of course, I go a bit fast, but I already finished what? 43, 45 question class. From 920 question, 45 soalan saya sudah bagi. Daripada 45 soalan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 question. From 45 question, 15 soalan belum ulang, 30 soalan sudah ulang kelas. 30 question sudah ulang. Okay? 15 question belum keluar lagi. So what will happen? Either they will repeat this one or they will repeat this one. If they repeat this one, very easy lah. And one more thing they can do, they can create one new question. Normally every year ada 5 hingga 6 soalan baru. 30 to 34, 35 will be the same question repeat class. This is upon my, what is that, pengalaman saya lah. Pengalaman saya, I've seen a lot of things like class. Okay, my student knows lah. If you're not my student, maybe you don't know lah. Okay, maybe your teacher tell you all, I don't know lah class. Okay, so kertas 1 punya kerja sudah settle. Bab 2 sampai bab 10 for form 4, I will pass it to you lah class. Okay, I will pass it to you when we start the class. Saya akan bagi. Saya tak boleh bagi semua 400-500 soalan kalau you tak buat and you don't know the answer also. That's why I will do every week. I will give one bab because we got 12 classes after this. One bab sudah habis, masih ada 9. So we can finish in 9 weeks. And we got paper 2 got a lot of topics like class. Okay, so tell me any problem for paper 1. Kerja kena buat lepas tu lah. But how to prepare for paper 1? What to do? Okay. Any problem so far? Before I go for paper 2. Any problem? Tell me, come faster. None at the moment. Give other question. Okay, that one later. Okay, I know you're excited now. Yo, sir, objective so simple, man. Same question word by word coming out. Ini semua sudah biasa. My student all used to it. Mereka sudah biasa. Nothing new. Got everything I discussed in my class already. Okay? Okay, now settle eh? Okay, we go for paper. Paper 2 only bahagian form 4 only bahagian form 4 dulu. Kelas bahagian tingkatan 4. Scope tingkatan 4. Okay, before that I ask one question class. Are you clear with the whiteboard? Whiteboard is very clear. Whiteboard is very clear. Yes, very good Because writing you don't worry lah Saya punya tulisan antara yang tercantik di Asia Tenggara. Yes, sir. Yes. Because other than Asia Tenggara, they don't know bahasa Melayu. Okay? So don't worry So remember class, Form 4, how many topic? 10 topic. Divided into how many bahagian class? 3 bahagian class. Ada 3 bahagian. Okay, 1. Tamadun, civilization. Tema 7, tamadun class. Okay, next, tamadun Islam. Islamic civilization. Tamadun Islam. 3, perubahan di Eropah. Perubahan di Eropah dan kesan ke atas tanah Melayu. Ending of chapter Form 4, we will come back to Tanah Melayu, and Form 5 will continue in Malaysia saja. Okay, so I think you boleh faham. Okay, next, tamadun. How many bab class? Anybody can tell me how many bab tamadun? 1, 2, 3 bab. Boleh Okay, tamadun Islam. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 bab. Eropah 9, 10. Okay, 9 and 10. Ada 10 bab. Okay, now I ask you class. Tadi saya ada bagi tahu. Betul? Okay, mungkin ada Kedah ke, orang Kelantan ke? Ada orang Kelantan? I don't know anybody from Kelantan. Boleh kecek Kelantan, ada orang Kelantan kat sini. Orang Kedah, orang Penang, Sabah. Tak ada. Satu pun tak ada. Kelantan ada? Oh, ada kecek Kelantan. Apa khabar Kelantan? Okay? Oh, Singapura pun ada. Oh my god. Ada dari Singapura. Wait, ini apa ni? Singapura Memorial. Very good. Ada yang dari Perak Very good. Perak ada, Sarawak ada, Perak, Kelantan. Very good. Okay, tak ada masalah Okay. I use both language lah. Kadang-kadang kalau ada masalah, you bagi tahu. Bahasa Melayu bukan masalah saya. Ini tak ada masalah. Bahasa Melayu pun boleh. Bahasa Inggeris boleh. Bahasa tak ada masalah. Okay, as long as kamu faham apa yang saya ajar, okay. Dari Selangor tak ada masalah lah. Itu bahasa Melayu biasa di Selangor. Kalau orang Kelantan, orang Kedah, dia pelak dia lain sikit. Okay, tak apa. Itu bukan masalah. Okay, now tengok. Tamadun Islam, Eropah. Okay. How many question? 4 struktur, 7 essay. Berapa? 11 soalan kelas. Okay. Daripada 11, berapa form 4, berapa form 5? Struktur 2, sini 3. Berapa? 5 form 4, 6 form 5. Betul? Atau 6 form 4, 5 form 5. Ini sahaja yang biasa berlaku. Ini form 4, ini form 5. So, paling kurang form 4 akan keluar 5 soalan. Paling banyak keluar 6. Cikgu ada keluar 6 ke? Ada. Hampir 3 hingga 4 kali keluar 6 soalan. Nowadays form 4 banyak soalan daripada form 5. Even objektif 22, 23 sometimes form 4. Okay, sometimes 20 exactly lah, 20 lah. But normally supposed to be 20. But form 4 normally dia bagi lebih sikit. Dia tahu form 4 you main-main honeymoon. Okay Okay, sekarang ingat 5 atau 6. Okay, very good. Very good. Sekarang saya sudah lama tak datang Kelantan. The last saya datang Sekolah Menengah Sains Kubang Krian. Saya buat seminar dekat sana beberapa tahun lepas. Okay, masa tutup guru di Aziz. Itu mentor saya masih ada masa tutup guru. Masih ingat, saya sayang Datuk Guru. Kirim salam dekat orang Kelantan. Okay, so tamadun Islam, Eropah. Tadi saya bagi tahu berapa soalan? 5 soalan. Remember, sini confirm 1. Confirm Okay. Sini confirm 2. Sini confirm 1. Okay. Kecuali ada sekali saja in 2016, Eropah tak ada soalan. But I don't know how this thing happen. Sekali saja. But normally ini confirm. Okay, berapa soalan? 2 campur 1 campur 2, 3 campur 4. Tadi cikgu cakap 5. Minimum 5, maksimum 6. So what happen class? Dia boleh tambah sini 1, 2 soalan, tambah sini 1 atau tambah sini 1. Okey, sekarang ada yang tak faham ke? Ada yang tak faham ke? So, dalam periksa kelas, tengok sini. Dalam periksa, sini boleh 2. Tamadun. Sini boleh 2. Sini boleh 1. 5 soalan. Boleh kan? Atau, sini boleh 2. Sini boleh 2. Sini boleh 1. Berapa soalan? 5. Atau, sini boleh 2. Sini 2. Sini 2. 6. Tadi saya bagi tahu minimum 5, maksimum 6. Lagi, sini boleh 1. 1 kan? Sini boleh 3. 2 campur 1. Sini boleh 1. Atau ada sekali, sini boleh 2. Sini boleh 3. Sini kosong. 1 kali saja. So, lagi 1 dia boleh 2, 3, kosong. Sini tak boleh kosong. Kita tahu. Okey. Cikgu, paling banyak keluar mana? Ini paling banyak kali. Yang kedua ini. Sorry, bukan ni yang ini. Ini pernah berlaku tapi jarang. 2 kali sahaja. Dalam 23 kali exam, 2 kali sahaja. So, kelas ingat, sekarang lagi 1 dia suka tanya tamadun Islam 3 soalan. Okey. Cikgu pernah ke tamadun Islam keluar 3 soalan? Tahu berapa kali? 2016 Jun keluar 3 soalan. 16 November keluar 3 soalan. 18 November keluar 3 soalan. 19 November keluar 3 soalan. 20 Jun keluar 3 soalan. Okey, ini semua keluar 3. 3 soalan lah kelas. Okey, 18 November. Tengok ini tamadun Islam 3, ini 3, sini 3, sini 3. Wah, 18 November 3, 19 November 3, 20 November. Oh, tak tahulah. Tak tahu. Sini pun 3. Woi, cikgu, kalau 3 kalau 3 macam mana? Mesti 2 esei, 1 struktur. Okey, kalau 2 esei berapa markah? You tell me. 2 esei. How many marks? 2 esei. 40 markah. 1 struktur? 10 markah. 50 markah. Cikgu, 50 markah 25% daripada 50%. 25, oh belajar tamadun Islam saja dapat 25. Kertas 1, 30. Kertas 3, 20. 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ini pun sudah masuk A. Kalau tamadun Islam keluar 3 soalan cantik. Boleh dapat maksimum 75%. Sudah masuk A atau A minus, sometimes B lah. Wah, tak payah belajar apa. 5 bab saja, 14 bab buang. Tapi tak tahulah tahun ni keluar 3 ke tak ada. Kalau keluar 3, nampaknya macam 18 November 3, 19 November 3, 20 Jun pun 3. Dia sudah macam satu trend tau. 3 soalan. So kalau sini 3, sini 1 atau 2. Sudah 5, sini 1, 6. Okay? So you must be a bit careful lah. Okay, sekarang ini nanti saya cerita lah. I go part by part. So sekarang saya bagi tahu kamu satu benda. Tengok sini betul-betul. Sekarang sini 2 soalan, betul? Sini 2, sini 2. 3 bab, 2 soalan. 2 bab, 2 soalan. Kamu rasa mana satu logik? 3 bab keluar 2 soalan logik ke? 2 bab keluar 2 soalan? Logiknya 3 bab keluar 2 soalan logik, betul? That's why fokus sini lebih sikit. And always Form 4 ada 2 struktur kan? Always 1 struktur mesti sini. And sekarang 2 struktur pun dia tanya sini kadang-kadang. And sini paling kurang keluar struktur bab 9 and 10 kurang struktur. Sini paling banyak. So please fokus sini lebih, because sini 2 saja. 1 soalan saja biasa akan keluar. Nanti saya tunjuk analisis, kamu tahulah. Okay? Okay, now sekarang kamu sudah tahu, jelas dah? Jelas dah? Okay, sekarang saya padamkan ini dulu. Kita buat satu part by part lah kelas. Is there anybody hari ada kerja lain ke lepas ni, ada kelas lain ke apa? Tak ada Saya mungkin ambil masa lebih sikit. Okay, Mr. Harry, go. I'll take little bit extra time, please. Okay, bagi lebih sikit. Saya nak habiskan. Even though it's a free class, never mind. Never mind. Thank you very much. Thank God. Saya biasanya nak habis kelas dalam masa 1,5 jam ni susah. Normally, my intensive class will go 2 hours. Sometimes 2.5 hours. Because I want my student to score very well. Okay? Okay. Sekarang, 3 bab ni. Dibagi tahu saya, 2004 sampai 2020 Jun. Berapa kali pernah keluar soalan dalam kelas? How many times? Okay. 2004, 1. 2005, 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All one question. 13, 2. Okay, start from 14, you got 2 paper. 14 June, 14 November. Okay, 14 what? 14 June. 14 November. 15 June. 15 November. 16 June. 1 question. So remember, 16 June, keluar 1 question. Okay? Okay, now 16 November, 2. 16 November, 17 June. Okay, 17 June. 17 November. 18 June. 18 November. Okay, 18 November. 19 June. 19 November. 1 question. 20 June. 1 question. So remember, So sekarang, sini. 20 June. Sini 19 November last year. Okay, sekarang 20 November. Okay. So berapa kali dah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 kali exam. Termasuk kertas Jun. Kamu tengok sendiri sejak tahun 2000 apa? Sejak tahun 2013. Sejak tahun 2013 soalan always 2 2 2 2 2. Jun 1. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. November 1. Jun 1. Okey, sekarang kalau kamu bagi tahu saya kelas, kamu rasa tahun ini akan keluar 1 atau 2 soalan? Tell me. Tell me, come, class. 2. Everybody like say 2, no? That's why I tell you, chances for 2. I know why you say 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, like that like your formula, Very smart. Okay? Actually, when you see all the analysis carefully, you will know what the question will come up. Senang saja. I'll show you. Okay, I don't want to write everything nanti ambil masa. Okay, because all the question I can write. Mana struktur, mana essay. In the class, I got a lot of time. I will write in the board everything. I enjoy doing that. Now I show you in the screen easier. Can save time. Okay, so nanti Islam saya akan bagi tahu kemudian. Okay, Islam always what? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 16 June 3, 16 November 3. 18 November 3, 19 November 3, 20 June 3. The rest all 2. That's why I say Islam 2 soalan confirm. Sekarang dia sudah mula tanya 3. So bila dia tanya 3, tengok sini. Sini sudah kurang. 1. Because Islam sudah keluar 3. Okay? 16 June. Tadi saya bagi tahu kan? Islam sudah apa? Keluar 3. Sini 16 November. Keluar 2 kan? Bab 9 and 10 tak keluar soalan. Sini 3, sini 2, Tamadun Islam 3, 5 soalan. 9 and 10 tak keluar soalan. So I know lah, all these things I know lah. 20 tahun saya punya kerja. Tengok rambut saya sudah hilang kan? Tahu apa sebab. Ada yang ingat saya 60 tahun, 70 tahun. Baru 40 lebih saja. Okay? Takut. Okay, ini boleh ya? Boleh padam? Okay, settle. Okay, come. Solve one problem here. Make sure all these things you keep lah class. you mesti kena tahu apa yang penting untuk saudara, apa yang tak penting. Okay, bab 1, bab 2, and bab 3 class. We see what the question will come out. Okay, I share first with you. Okay, can you see? Okay, these are the questions yang keluar. Okay, we go bab by bab class. Okay, bab 1. Okay, bab 1 bab 1. Sama kita senang sajalah kelas. Okay, untuk bab 1 dia berkaitan dengan tamadun awal manusia di dunia. Tamadun awal manusia di dunia, betul? Okay, bagi tamadun awal kita ada 2 soalan boleh tanya. 1 secara umum. Okay, tamadun awal Tamadun. Okay, tamadun dia boleh pecah kepada 2. 1 secara umum. 1 lagi tamadun awal manusia di dunia. Okey, secara umum 3 soalan akan keluar. Apakah maksud tamadun, pandangan orang Islam dan pandangan orang Barat? Kedua, ciri-ciri masyarakat bertamadun. 3, mengapa tamadun bermula di lembah sungai? Mengapa tamadun bermula di lembah sungai? Kenapa tamadun bermula lembah sungai? Okey. Tamadun awal ada 4. Mesopotamia, Mesir Purba, Indus, Wangho. Ada 4 tamadun. Kadang-kadang dia boleh mix 2 tamadun ke apa macam tu. Okey. Sekarang kalau kamu tengok screen, can you see the screen? Good. Soalan 2006 keluar Mesopotamia. Okey, keluar Mesopotamia kelas 2006. Then 2008 Mesir Purba. 2010 kenapa tamadun bermula di lembah sungai. 2011 Indus. 2013 Indus lagi 2 kali struktur. 2014 Jun 1 soalan umum tentang tamadun. Unexpected question. Ini soalan umum. Dia tanya mengapa perdagangan penting pada zaman tamadun awal. Okay, next 14 November Mesopotamia class. Okay, next 15 June Mesir Purba. 16 November kenapa tamadun bermula di lembah sungai. 18 June Mesopotamia class. 18 June. Okay, then maksud tamadun, maksud ciri-ciri semua 18 November class. Then 20 June Mesopotamia. 20 June Mesopotamia class. Okey. Sudah? Bab 1? Bab 1 sudah? Okey. Sekarang kamu dah tengok Nah, ada yang snap picture ke apa, you boleh snap. Okey, sekarang saya stop sharing first. Okey, very good. You boleh nampak sini kelas? Tapi ingat, Mesopotamia ini bukan soalan penuh. Ini dia tanya apa? Maksud dengan ciri ada, ini pun maksud dengan ciri ada. Ini dengan ini saja soalan penuh. Sebenarnya tahun ini, something missing. 17 November. Something missing. 17 November. Ingat saya silap. 17 November. Ada? Mesti ada soalan 17 November? Yes, Wangho. Mana boleh silap? 17 November. Wangho. Okay? Sorry Because mata punya besar sudah tua sikit. Sikit je belum tua lagi. Okay. So sekarang dari sini apa yang kamu sudah tahu lah kelas? Sini 18 November sudah keluar. Ini baru 20 June. So Mesopotamia boleh dikatakan tak ada peluang. Mesir boleh Mesir. 2008, 2015 Jun. Oh boleh. Chances very high. Ini 11, 13, 11 lagi boleh. Ini boleh, ini 18, ini 17. Bolehlah sikit-sikit. So, kalau kamu tanya yang mana paling penting tahun ni, of course Indus very important. Betul? Mesir Purba important. So, ini yang dipanggil first choice, second choice. Tapi ingat, kadang-kadang ada bab dia tanya first choice. Ada bab dia akan tanya second choice. Ada bab dia tanya third choice. What is third choice? Wang Ho is third choice. Ada percubaan saya tengok dia tanya Wang Ho. So Mesopotamia tak payah, sini keluar apa? 18 November. Lebih-lebih kalau dia nak tanya mengapa tamadun bermula di lembah sungai. Ini soalan tajuk yang senang, so tak payah ajar. So apa saya akan buat? Saya akan fokus pada Indus dengan Mesir lah, kelas 2 ni. So kamu punya kerja bila saya bagi beberapa tajuk, itu yang saya kata kelas, kertas 2 ni kertas berisiko tinggi. Soalan kebat boleh keluar banyak, lepas tu kebat kurang markah, fakta banyak markah, macam-macam boleh berlaku. Unexpected things. Yang tak boleh ubah, paper 3, paper 1. Siapa yang rasa kertas 1 dengan kertas 3 dia kuat, boleh ambil risiko untuk kertas 2. Tahu macam mana ambil risiko? Belajar mesti dengan Indus. Cikgu kalau tak keluar macam mana? Tak apalah, sikit-sikit boleh jawab. Atau tiba-tiba keluar sini. Okey? Tapi kalau kertas 1 dan kertas 2 kamu lemah, jangan ambil risiko. Fokus sini lebih. Belajar semua. Mesir, Indus, Wang Ho belajar. Okay, that's why saya selalu bagi tahu pelajar, make sure kertas 1 daripada 30%, kamu mesti kena dapat 30 hingga 35 betul. Kalau 30 betul, kamu boleh dapat dalam 22 hingga 25% sudah dapat. Okey, kalau 30 betul 0.75. Kalau kertas 3 kelas ini kertas 1, ini kertas 3. Kertas 3 make sure you dapat paling kurang pun apa? 17 atau 15 hingga 18%. You tahu kenapa? Kalau kamu dapat 22%. 22% ni kalau 30 betul. 30 times 0.75, yes, 22.5. Kamu kena dapat lebih sikit untuk kertas 3. So, kalau you combine, tengok sudah dapat 40% dalam tangan. Kamu masih ada 50% untuk kertas 2. Kamu dapat sini, kalau teruk-teruk pun dapat apa? 30 pun cukup, sudah 70. Sometimes A minus atau B, confirm dalam tangan. Kalau sini sudah lebih, kalau paper 3 kurang, tengok. Paling teruk 40. Kelas ingat saya mau belajar sebelum pergi kertas 2, dalam tangan mesti kena ada 40, maksimum 50 lah. Kalau kamu boleh ada 40 hingga 45%, you are very safe. Tak mungkin you dapat C, B atau A sahaja. I can hit and tell you, jangan bimbang. Tapi kalau paper 1 dengan paper 3 not strong, jangan ambil risiko untuk kertas 2. Ingat ingat nasihat saya. Jangan buat kesilapan ni. Okey? Careful Okey. So sekarang kamu sudah tahu bab 1 ini beberapa perkara yang penting. Okey, nanti bila saya mula kelas ada 12 pelajaran nanti. Dalam 12 pelajaran saya akan pilih topik-topik. But I won't do one day one topic Indus saja, tak ada. One day Indus Mesir. Bincang apa soalan dia, skema jawapan, everything I'll give you. Okay, finish. Habis. Then the following week habiskan bab 2. Tengok apa tajuk penting nanti bab 2 saya akan bagi bab 3. So 2 minggu ke 3 minggu habis. 3 bab ke 4 bab sudah habis. Masuk tamadun Islam. Okay, first I give you the tajuk first. Balik kamu boleh belajar sikit. Nanti masa saya ajar senang. Okay, nanti kalau ada masa saya boleh ajar Indus. Indus 15 minit sudah habis. Sudah habis belajar, bincang soalan semua sudah habis. Indus sangat senang. Okay, now one problem sudah solve. Okay, next bab 2. Bab 2 kelas, tengok. Saya bagi sikit apa tajuk-tajuk penting lah kelas. Nanti masa saya bincang senang. Kamu boleh belajar sebelum apa? Datang ke kelas lah kelas. Kalau saya nak jumpa kamu di Kedah, ke Kelantan, ke Sabah, Sarawak, susah. So sekarang pasal ada online, boleh lah. Okay, bab 2, bab yang sangat panjang. Cikgu-cikgu biasanya tension. Cikgu nak ramal apa lah, cikgu banyak sangat. Okey, tak apa. Sabar dulu. Sabar. Okey, bab 2. Tengok. 19 November ada soalan. 20 Jun tak ada soalan. Okey? So mana sudah ulang kelas? Tengok 2004 Yunani. 2005 R. Apa tu R? Rom. Apa tajuk tu? Undang-undang. So remember untuk bab 2, tajuk yang sudah lama tak keluar, Undang-Undang Rom. Kali terakhir keluar Undang-Undang Rom 2005. Maksudnya sudah lahir ya? Sudah. Saya rasa sudah. 2005 sudah. Okay, so ingat bab 2, perkara pertama yang boleh tanya kelas, sistem perundangan. Okay, dia macam ni lah, senang lah. Satu, peningkatan dari segi politik. Ke bab 2 ni kalau saya tuliskan banyak pecahan dia, tak payah. Buat macam ni, peningkatan ekonomi, peningkatan sosial. Okay, peningkatan politik, ada sistem pentadbiran, sistem perundangan, dan perluasan kuasa. Okey, perluasan kuasa. Okey, dah lebih masa, tak apa. Tadi dia bagi masa lebih sikit. Okey, sekarang kalau kamu tengok, okey, 2005 dia tanya undang-undang. So tahun ini sistem perundangan very important. Ingat sistem perundangan. First choice. Tapi sana dia keluar Rome. You jangan belajar Rome. Belajar semua 4. Yunani, Rome, China, India. Kalau Yunani senang, Dewan Perhimpunan mengubah undang-undang. Okey? Rome very important. Dia ada 2, Hukum Kanun 12, Undang-Undang Maharaja Justinian. Apa ciri-ciri dia? Prinsip dia masih diamalkan sampai sekarang. So careful lah. Okey. Ini perundangan. Okey. Then 2005 RNC. What is R? Rome, sumbangan. C, pendidikan Cina. Tapi pendidikan keluar 16 November. Okey, 2008 Athens. Apa tu Athens? Sistem demokrasi di Athens. Tapi tahun lalu sudah keluar Yunani Athens. So itu tak payah belajar. 14 November pentadbiran Rome. So dekat pentadbiran belajar Rome class. Pentadbiran Rome kali terakhir keluar 2014 November. Okey, sekarang perluasan kuasa keluar 2015 November, keluar 2017 November. Sorry, 2017 Jun. 2017 Jun. Okey, pendidikan keluar 2016 November. So sini pendidikan keluar 2016 November. Okey, sabar, saya akan bagi tahu one by one because bab ini sangat panjang. Okey, sangat panjang kelas. Okey, so perluasan kuasa 15 November pernah keluar, 17 Jun pernah keluar. Lepas tu ada India sikit, 18 Jun pun dia keluar tapi sikit saja. Ini India. Okey. Okey, now tengok sini kelas. 20 Jun tak ada soalan 20 Jun tak ada soalan. Okey, tengok sini. Untuk bab 2, bab ini sangat panjang because sini ada pendidikan, ada sains dan teknologi, okey, ada seni bina macam-macam adalah kelas. Okey, ekonomi belum pernah keluar langsung. So, bab 2 masih banyak boleh keluar. So, jaga. Okey, tengok sini betul-betul. Sistem pentadbiran fokus Rome because Yunani demokrasi sudah keluar. India dengan China biasa dia tak tanya pasal apa? Sistem pentadbiran sama dengan bab 1 sistem beraja. Sini sistemnya sudah meningkat. Ke topik peningkatan tamadun. Apa yang meningkat berbanding bab 1? So, sini Rome saja. Ingat so satu sistem pentadbiran Rome. Okey, belajar Rome 1. Lepas tu kaji ada sistem beraja, lepas tu republik. Republik ada 3. 2 konsul, Dewan Senat, Dewan Perhimpunan. Lepas tu jadi diktator atau sistem empire. Julius Caesar, Augustus. Ini yang kamu kena bincang. Nanti saya akan bagi tahulah. Okey, sistem perundangan belajar semua. Nombor tu undang-undang. Belajar Rome, okey, belajar semua. Yunani, Rome, India, China. YRIC. Yunani, Rome, India, China. Okey, nombor 3 kelas. Perluasan kuasa pun dia boleh tanya, tapi sini sudah keluar 3 soalan. Kalau kamu ada 3 soalan ni, kamu cuba jawab soalan ni pun sudah cukup. Tapi boleh ditanyalah, not very important. Okay. Ekonomi pun belum pernah keluar. Saya kata bab 2 ni ramai yang tension. Okay. Kalau ekonomi belajar India dengan China. India aktiviti perdagangan dalaman dan luaran. Dan China pertanian. Tapi China tak penting sangatlah because bab 1 pun pertanian, bab 2 pertanian maju sikit. Tapi India bab 1 pertanian, bab 2 perdagangan. Oh, peningkatan. Dia akan tanya sini. So, jaga-jaga. Sini pendidikan. Pendidikan 16 November, sebelum tu 2005 dia pernah tanya pendidikan. Kalau dia nak tanya pun boleh. Seni bina pun belum keluar. Sains dan teknologi belum keluar. Bahasa dan sastra belum keluar. Banyak tajuk belum keluar lagi kelas. Jadi saya kata risiko untuk kertas 2 memang tinggi. Kalau bab 1, kertas 1 dan kertas 3 kamu tak kuat, you kena belajar banyak untuk kertas 2. Kalau you rasa sana sudah strong, tak payah bimbang. Cikgu, nanti kalau dia tanya satu struktur, 2 struktur you tak jawab pun 10% saja akan hilang. So you jangan, tapi still you boleh jawab sikit-sikit, bukan tak boleh jawab langsung. Okey, itu risiko. Kalau tak mau belajar banyak. Ini belajar, perluasan kuasa kena belajar, ekonomi kena belajar, lepas tu pendidikan kena belajar, ini semua kena belajar. Oh, susah kelas. Kamu tak cukup masa. So fokus ini lebih sikit. So I will choose 2 tajuk ke 3 tajuk, saya habiskan cepat-cepat nanti. Okey, so bab 2 sudah clear. Now, bab 3. Ini semua untuk tamadun, untuk tamadun. Untuk tamadun. Okey, untuk tamadun. Okey? Sampai 1 minit. Okey? Okey, bab 3 kelas. Okey, what is important for bab 3? Bab 3 paling senang untuk diramalkan kelas. Kenapa? Kamu tengok sendiri. Okey. 2007, M. Maritim. 2009, A. Agraria. 12, Hindu-Buddha, Candi. 13, M. Kedah Tua, Maritim. Hindu-Buddha, Maritim, Agraria, Maritim, Agraria, Hindu-Buddha, Maritim, Hindu-Buddha. Okey, you bagi tahu saya warna apa boleh keluar tahun ni? Warna apa boleh keluar tahun ni? Agraria kelas A, warna kuning, bagus. Agraria will be our first choice. Kalau saya kata agraria, biasanya 3 kali dia keluar semua soalan umum. Jaga, dia belum tanya soalan kerajaan Angkor saja. Soalan untuk kerajaan Angkor saja, the last keluar soalan 1997. Lepas tu tak keluar soalan. Okay? So, dia boleh tanya Angkor. Kalau dia tanya Angkor, belajar peranan Tasik Tonle Sap. Make sure you study peranan Tasik Tonle Sap. Okay? So, agraria kaji semua. Second choice, tengok maritim. Maritim selalu dia tanya soalan umum. 2007 umum. 2016 Jun umum. 18 November umum. Sudah lama tak keluar Kedah Tua dengan Sriwijaya. Kedah Tua 2013, Sriwijaya 15 Jun. So maritim, kaji Kedah Tua. Kaji Sriwijaya. Cukup. Kalau kamu rasa tak ada masa, belajar Kedah Tua pun cukup. Ini bergantung pada risiko. Next, Hindu-Buddha keluar 19 Jun. Lepas tu 17 November dia tanya Sanskrit. So yang sudah lama tak keluar Candi saja belum keluar kelas. So HB Hindu-Buddha pengaruh candi-candi kelas. Pengaruh candi-candi. Artinya pengaruh agama Hindu-Buddha dalam bidang kesenian, soalan berkaitan dengan candi. Candi Borobudur, Candi Angkor Wat, Prambanan, Lembah Hujan. Okey, so tengok. So kalau kamu tengok betul-betul kelas, dalam skema kalau tengok dalam analisis kalau tengok betul-betul soalan keluar 20 Jun hanya bab 1 saja keluar. Tengok 19 November. Tengok betul-betul. Soalan bab 1, 17, 16 November ada, 17 November ada, 18 November ada, Okay, sorry, 18 Jun ada, 18 November ada, 20 Jun ada, 19 November tak ada. Tapi kalau bab 2, 16 November, lepas tu 19 November dia tanya. Tengok 19 November. The last 16 November. So, bab 2 boleh ulang. 19 November, 20 November pun boleh. Kalau you tengok bab 3, dia analisisnya ada banyak benda boleh tengok dalam ni lah. 15 November ada, 16 November tak ada. 17 November ada, 18 November ada, 19 November tak ada. So tahun ni boleh keluar. So bab 3 pun boleh keluar. Bab 2 pun boleh keluar. Bab 1 pun boleh keluar. So careful lah kelas. Okay, sekejap Okay. Tengok sini kelas. Tengok sini. Come back. Come back here. So, bagi bab 3, first choice mesti agraria. Kamu sudah tengok tadi ya, sudah lama tak keluar soal agraria. Maritim selalu keluar soalan, tapi soalan selalu yang bentuk umum. Kedah Tua kali terakhir keluar soalan 2013. Sriwijaya 15 Jun, November tak pernah keluar. So dia boleh tanya, kalau dia nak tanya lah. Hindu Buddha memang sudah keluar soalan 19 Jun. Tapi Candi 2012 pernah keluar. So fokus Candi. Ini soalan 2012. So for bahagian tamadun, tajuk-tajuk yang saya bagi ni maksimum boleh keluar 2 soalan. 3 tak mungkin, tak pernah. 1 boleh atau 2. Oh cikgu, nampak ni banyak tajuk kena belajar. Ini yang saya kata bergantung pada risiko yang kamu nak ambil. You want to take higher risk? Make sure your paper 1, paper 3 very strong. You said, sir, I only study agraria. Okay. So if agraria never come, don't ask this question lah. Pelajar selalu macam ni benar. Okay, then, sir, better I study agraria maritim lah. Ini tak ada masa. Okay, bab 1 saya belajar ini. Okay, ini beza dia. Okay, so can see ya? Okay, then, you tengok apa? Bab-bab lain, macam bab 1, okay, Mesir, Indus, cukup. Cikgu, saya takut nanti Wang Hu akan keluar. Kalau you takut berisiko, belajar lagi 1 tajuk. Ini bergantung pada pelajar. Saya tak tahu berapa banyak you sudah ready untuk exam. Kalau pelajar saya tahu lah. Okay? Jadi kalau exam sudah dekat dalam bulan Januari ke Februari, saya akan bagi tahu kamu belajar ini saja. Cukup. Tak payah cakap banyak. Risiko memang ada tapi sikit. Because saya kaji soalan percubaan juga, tengok percubaan mana dia tanya. Dengan soalan SPM analisis saya bandingkan dan kita buat satu keputusan muktamad lah. Okay, so bahagian tamadun Islam Eropah kita akan bincangkan kemudian because sekarang pun dah hampir setengah jam dah ekstra. Tak apa, mungkin Mr. Harry akan tunggu. That's all for today class. Thank you very much. Okay, untuk hadiri apa? Bengkel, saya harap bengkel ni bagi faedah lah, manfaat kepada kamu. Okay, saya tak nak bagi benda-benda kosong untuk kamu. Exam is important. So, itu sahaja buat masa ni. Sekian, terima kasih. Thank you, bye-bye, love you. Okay. Harry. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hey, thank you to our Sifu Sejarah, Teacher Vela. Okay, so I hope all of you learn a lot from our teacher Vela. And then the most important thing is if you really putting your effort to study for your SPM exam, I believe all of you will be able to score very well, for your SPM exam. And then if you are thinking of getting extra help, because like what teacher Vela mentioned just now, because you didn't study hard, and then you were like playing when you were in Form 4, and then you need someone to guide you, for this upcoming 3 months before your exam, then you can consider to join Teacher Vela's revision class. So for those who are in Click Meeting, on top of this banner, there is this register for Sejarah revision class. You just have to click on join now. Then you'll be able to see the details. So 12 sessions starting every Sunday 2 to 3:30 p.m. 1.5 hours. continuously we will conduct it for 12 sessions, 12 classes. Okay, so we have all the dates listed there. Every Sunday, 2 to 3:30, a total of 12 classes. Yeah, from December until February. Yeah. Teacher Vela will be guiding you to cover all the Form 4 topics. If you feel like you need the extra help, then quickly register. Yeah. For those who are in Facebook, go to spmrevision.com. SPM Revision. REVISION.com. Okay. spmrevision.com. Then you will get the details. It's 240 ringgit for 12 classes. So around is 1 month is like 80 ringgit, which is very reasonable for intensive classes. So if you want to join, go to spmrevision.com. Yeah. For those who are in Click Meeting, in our meeting room here, click the Join Now button. Then just have to do the payment. We'll contact you for the details how to join the classes. Yeah, when it first starting next week, December 6th. Yeah, December 6th will be the first revision class for Form 4 topics. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Once again, I saw some comments that are asking how much you just missed just now. 240 ringgit for 12 classes if you need help. Okay, so this is purely to help all of you that need it. It was supposed to be a 300 ringgit. We decided to discount 240. So we'll close the registrations like I think by tomorrow. Yeah, so by tomorrow we'll close the registrations. So after that, it will back to the full price, which is 300 ringgit. So by tomorrow night, quickly register. So that you get the 240 ringgit. If not, later on, we'll go back to the original price, which is 300 ringgit. Okay. Yeah, register before that. And as I mentioned, for those who are here because you just want to see how Teacher Vela teach sejarah, you know he has a lot of substance, you know, like so many things that you can learn from him. And I believe if you, for those who are in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, or Form 4, I think this is the best timing for you to join because you are unlike this year SPM students whereby they are really rushing for the examinations. Yeah, so you will be able to continue, yeah, with the sessions. Okay, so yep. Are you able to see me still, all of you? Yeah, can, right? Okay, so yes, yep. Quickly register yourself, and I hope to see all of you. For those who have any questions, just call us or message us, or WhatsApp us. Our WhatsApp number has changed. It's 016-627-3799. Yes, yeah, 016-627-3799. Yeah, okay. So that's like all the contacts we have put online. You can ask us. Okay. So all the best to all of you. And then for those who haven't joined any of our upcoming monthly tuition classes, join now. Go to translife.com.my. Yeah, translife.com.my. That's the chance where you are able to do it. Only a subject sejarah. Okay, I'll take another 5 minutes to answer some questions. For those who are done for today, you can leave this room. But if you still have questions, you can continue to ask. A subject sejarah. Okay, just to let you know, sejarah is the only unique subject that we are going to do for 3 months. That means December, January, and February. Yeah, with Teacher Vela. So in January, this just to let you all know that in January itself, 1 month, yeah, we'll do special revision classes, 4 sessions for all the subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, and also MX, Max. So it's a pure Q&A revision class. Okay, that means you come in, you will have 4 sessions asking teachers any question, any tips. That is like the last revision in super intensive question and answering class that we have prepared to all SPM candidates this year. Yeah, we just want to help do the extra help because you all drag your examinations until February. I know some of you might be losing some touch with certain parts, the things that you did revision before. So January, the full month, 4 sessions for all the science subjects, maths, physics, chemistry, bio. So this one is like 1 month full revision program. We'll announce the details again. You can stay tuned. But for today, you can just register for SPM. This revision class, 12 sessions, 240 ringgit until tomorrow. Okay. After that, 300 ringgit if you really want to join. Okay. The first class will start next Sunday, which is 6 December. 2 to 3:30. Then after that is like 13 December, 20 December. So it's every Sunday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Okay. So if you have any questions, ask us. If not, go to spmrevision.com or click the join now button, settle your payment, do it by latest by tomorrow. Then after that, so that you enjoy the special price, 240 ringgit. If not, we'll increase to 300 ringgit. Okay, with that, thank you so much. And I hope to see you all again. I wish all of you learn so much from Teacher Vella today. Okay, catch you. See you all soon. Bye bye.